This is the third video of this week, but you should be watching this on Thursday as it doesn't apply to Wednesday's composer. I hope that the PowerPoint went well, read through it. In the middle, there are about 3 slides specifically regarding our composition for this week. And then at the end, fill out the Brahms listening classwork, which requires you to know some tempi and mood words. Mood words would be like, this song is very stormy, the song is very peaceful, the song is very stressful. All right, so we are on Thursday, and you're gonna need your intro to melodic notation again, but first we're gonna practice some error detection. Just one today, I believe, possibly 2, sure, awesome. Because this skill is required for Friday's grade. And in fact, the error detection part of Friday's grade is the only thing where you need to hear my voice. So there's no notation, but it's gonna kind of feel like notation because you have to hear it performed to answer the question. All right, so we're starting on Do, and we're ending on Do. And I'm gonna go ahead and label the solfege that you are actually seeing so that if I sing different solfege, you'll know that it has been changed and that that's the error. We repeat again, Do. Re has been skipped. We've gone all the way up to the next line, which is Mi. Walking it up, Fa, So. Just above So, measure 2 starts out on La and goes back down to So. Back up to La, walking up to Ti. Do, Do. All right, so if anything else changes, you're gonna need to circle that measure. The error will either be in measure 1 or measure 2, but not both. Do is here. Our entire scale should sound like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And I'll count you in on Do. Tomorrow you'll hear these 2 or 3 times each. 1, 2, ready, listen. Do, do, mi, fa, fa, la, sol, la, ti, do, do. Let's hear it again. 1, 2, ready, and listen. Do, do, mi, fa, fa, la, sol, la, ti, do, do. Was the error in measure 1 or in measure 2? You should be saying and circling measure 1 because this pitch was sung as Fa. I repeated the same pitch instead of walking up to So. So you should have heard Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. But you didn't. I changed beat 4 of the first measure. So you would circle all of this. All right, the next one. Our first step is solfege. Go ahead and practice labeling this solfege on your own. And I'm going to pause here for just a split second to give you a chance to work on it. And let's label. Again, there's no re in between the Do and Mi, but it goes right back down to it. And we have a repetition of re. Walking it up, Mi, Fa, walking up to So, La, that happens again, So, La. We've reached Ti, Do, and we end on So, which we've seen as this pitch already. That helps us label it really quickly. So here is Do. You should be able to picture what you're expecting to hear in your head before I sing with an error. I'm either going to make an error in measure 1 or measure 2. I'll count you in. 1, 2, ready, listen. Do, mi, re, re, mi. should have heard an error in measure 2. Instead of singing Tito So, I went ahead and made it all the way down here on the legend line, and we would have wanted to hear it looking like this. Undo, undo. This is what was originally there, and I changed it, so I made an error. Now you've already seen the next page I'm going to pull up. This is the second page of Intro to Melodic Notation. I found out that I could adjust it while having it open in Firefox, which is what I'm using as my browser. I can, let me move this to the side. I can rotate clockwise and counterclockwise. And so rotating it once allowed me to view that second page. So we have our whole note, whole rest, filled in rectangle, under the line, half note, half rest, filled in rectangle, above the line. Quarter note looks like a lightning bolt. I'm sorry, quarter rest looks like a lightning bolt. Eighth note, eighth rest, a swoop and a diagonal. And then we do have 16ths, both the 16th note and the 16th rest, but we're not there yet. Let's go ahead and rhythm read, and we'll see a rhythm reading that has some rests there too. Pause here. Imagine that you're adding the labels down below, or if you want to go ahead and write it out, that would be awesome. Please pause your video, add your own labels with mental powers. All right, we're going to use this to double check your work. Slow-ish tempo, something like adagio about. It's pretty slow. With a 1, 2, ready, and go. 1, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 3, 1. You've seen each type of note. Let's see some where we can see the notes and the rests. Whole rest. This whole measure is silent. That filled in rectangle is underneath. If I were to click, it would automatically become a whole note. If I delete that whole note, there's the whole rest. Quarter note, beat 1. Quarter rest, beat 2. Quarter note, beat 3. Quarter rest, beat 4. 1, 3, 1. Half note and half rest in this measure. You don't want your voice to stop until the moment that that half rest begins. 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and quarter rest on 4. So if we were adding labels below, we only want to add labels where there's a note, and when there's a rest, we just skip. We would want to picture an arrow going here. Let me go ahead and show you taking one of these away. Normally it would be 1 and 2 and. Let's see what happens if we take an 8th note and turn it into an 8th rest. 1 and 2, 3 and. So we can see just deleting that 8th note becomes a silent moment, just a half of a beat. We still have an 8th note on 2, but the and of 2 is gone, so we don't have to write it. That's all for today. Now this is a lot of review for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be your, let's see what it's called, Solfege and Tempi classwork. Once again, we're going to review before we take it, and the part of my voice that you'll need to do that assignment is the error detection, where I'll be singing it, and then you'll need to tell me, did I mess up in measure 1 or did I mess up in measure 2? So go ahead and review your solfege, your tempi, labeling the solfege. What does air detection look like? Do you know where all the notes on the scale live? And then you'll be ready to go. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.